I'm Lauren Green, and you're in the strategy room. President Obama's executive action to stop the deportation of over nearly 5 million illegal immigrants has hit another major roadblock. A federal appeals panel has decided not to allow the implementation of the White House's plan for now, putting off a final decision for several weeks. Well, here on what the next steps might be are Joe Lestingi and David Rehr. Welcome to you both.
Thanks for having us.
Joe, is the court's decision a major blow for the White House?
I don't think it's a major blow, but it is definitely a setback. As you said in the opening, this was just holding off on the implementation of it because there will be a bigger ruling coming down the road. That ruling is what's going to make the difference. And in the end, we'll see how this thing all plays out. But it was a small setback for them.
Yeah, David, what do you think? A major blow or, not so bad?
Yeah, I actually think it was a major blow because now it's going to have to go to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court probably won't hear it until the next summer session of 2016, and the clock now runs against the president and his team on getting this executive order implemented.
The president is still facing a lot of criticism for his use of executive action, and more than half of the states have sued to stop this.
26.
So, Joe, what do you make of that, and what does it look like for the White House?
Well, all the states, if you look down the list, I believe they all have Republican governors, so no one's surprised by that. And as far as this on the long term, and that's what we're talking about here in the end, when you look at the actual laws and the orders that are put in place, the president's going to be on the right side of history on this one. And as the longer we gum this up, the longer this immigration issue sits in front of the American people, and we have to stare at it every day. The goal of this was to force Congress's hand. They still refuse to move. They're going to be sitting on this for a long time with no solutions coming from the GOP on this, which is only emboldening immigration advocates and Hispanic voters across the country for the Democratic Party. This is going to be, in the end, we're on the right side of history here, and those that are gumming it up and holding it up now are going to pay the price.
All right, David, the right side of history. Is Joe right?
Yeah, no, Joe's wrong because we have a Constitution and the Congress is supposed to make law, not the president. He's really gone out on the limb with these executive orders. I think history will portray the president as a rogue president who hasn't followed the Constitution or law, and I think that's bad.
Well, let's turn our eyes then on Congress. Is there any chance of immigration reform passing there? Joe?
I don't think so. And here's the problem, and I'm actually going to say this as nonpartisan as possible. The GOP has to deal with this issue. This is a huge block of voters sitting out there that if they refuse to act on this issue are going to easily fold into the Democratic Party. And when you look at the coalition the president put together to get elected, if you increase the share of Hispanic vote within that coalition, it's going to really block out Republicans in the future. They need to deal with it, but I don't think their base is going to let them deal with it in a manner that is going to be fair and just to everyone out there.
Okay, David, if there's no immigration reform passing at all, the GOP's to blame?
No, because it's really a complicated issue. Working Democrats, people are nervous with no economic growth about their jobs and their future. I think we have to get economic growth in this country. Once you have growth, you can cover a lot of sins. You can bring a lot more people into the country, but now it's just a bad economic situation all around.
All right, Joe and David, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You want to check out foxnews.com for more on this developing story. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.